Hey guys, welcome to Exploit Brokers. In today's episode, we're going to discuss hacked license plates, Canada banning Tether, JSON Web Token security issues, and about the Sugar CRM 0 day. You won't believe what's in store, so let's get started. Hey guys, and welcome to Exploit Brokers, where we break down articles, recap recent hacking events, and give insight on technical aspects of the hacking events. I will explain and give my opinion on tech and hacking events, so let's get started. Hackable license plates, or Hackway or the Highway. What if your car's license plate could track you? What if hackers were able to access that information and could now monitor the position of your car whenever they wanted? This isn't science fiction, this is what security researchers were able to access when they gained admin access to Reviver's backend system. In an article by Vice titled, "Researchers Could Track the GPS Locations of All California's New Digital License Plates," they dive into the issue found by security researchers. Reviver is the company that sells and maintains the Reviver license plate, a digital license plate that the company states is the modern license plate. The digital license plate also allows a personalized message at the bottom of the plate. Once the security researchers was able to gain admin access, they could change this to whatever they wanted. In addition to modifying the personalized message, an attacker could track the plate, update and delete any plate they wanted to. Currently, California is allowing digital license plates, and Reviver is the sole provider of these plates. Let's break down the technical information available to try to understand what happened. At first glance, it appears that there are two main account types of an account, a consumer type and a corporate type. At least that's what appears to normally be passed out. There was a third type of account identified as a Reviver account. This account acted as an admin account or root in Linux terms. This means whoever had an account with a Reviver type on it would be able to wield virtually unchecked powers. In my opinion, that sounds like something that developers and testers would implement so they can get in and out of systems for testing, maintaining, and enhancing pieces of code and products. This is purely what I suspect happened, but only Reviver currently knows what the intention of the account type was. The good news, Reviver has patched the issue that they were reported by the security researchers. Good on them. It's nice to see companies being receptive to bugs being reported and doing something about it. Far too many times do you hear about companies ignoring bug reports or outside people finding flaws in their system. Reviver, I think you did well in fixing the issues promptly. Canada's standard means Tether gets more restrictions. It appears the crypto markets can't catch a break. Decrypt.co is reporting on some more bad news for the crypto markets. It appears that Crypto.com will delist the Tether stablecoin in Canada due to pressures from Canadian regulators. Users will only have until January 31st to trade or withdraw their Tether coins. Any remaining Tether coin after the January 31st deadline would be automatically converted over to another stablecoin known as USD Coin, which is by the financial tech company Circle. The controversial decision was essentially forced by the Ontario Securities Commission when the Canadian Standards Association, or the CSA, stated their view on stablecoins. The CSA essentially views stablecoins or stablecoin related agreements to be securities and/or derivatives. This change of view means that any stablecoins are now seen like a regulated entity like that of stocks, derivatives, futures, and things of that nature. For my American viewers, the Ontario Securities Association is essentially the Canadian Securities and Exchange Commission, or the SEC. Let's stop for a second and give some background on the topic. A stablecoin is the intermediary between crypto and fiat currency. It is generally tied to another currency or commodity and makes it easier for transactions between coins to happen without the added steps of exchanging to fiat currency such as US dollars. Stablecoins are backed by the real-world assets such as the US dollar. To give further background on stablecoins, Tether is the third largest digital asset by market capitalization and the largest crypto stablecoin available at the time of this recording. As well, the USD coin is the second largest stablecoin by a fintech company known as Circle. The move to change to USDC for any of the remaining Tether makes sense. USDC is owned by a registered money service business in the US and is therefore already regulated and scrutinized by the US. Tether had previous issues in the past, including lawsuits brought up pertaining to their statements concerning the USDT being backed by cash and cash equivalents. I'll be sure to do a video on this in the future. Hi guys, so if you like this content, please subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified when new videos are updated. Let's jot this down. The one thing most developers and system admins don't want to hear is that there is a severe vulnerability in the systems they are developing or maintaining. A high severity flaw has been found in the JSON Web Token, or JWT. The severity has the potential to allow an attacker to do remote code execution, or RCE. Known as CVE 2022-23529, has been patched in the 9.0.0 version of the JWT package. If your app is running 8.5.1 or below, then it's time to update it to 9.0.0 to avoid it being exploited out in the wild. To give some context, JWT is how some web applications authenticate users. The JWT library is developed and maintained by Auth0, which is owned by Okta Inc. The severity is a concern because the JWT library we're discussing has over 10 million weekly downloads on NPM, the popular node package manager, and is used by over 22,000 projects. That means thousands of potential applications that are running vulnerable code that could lead to an attacker being able to execute malicious code on a victim server. We're seeing more and more software supply chain related attacks lately. Essentially, why attack an application directly when you can find an exploitable bug in the package that have widespread usage? This allows you to target tons of applications all at once. The moment a strong vulnerability is found, the attacker only needs to try to play the numbers game to try and get a successful attack underway. Developers should be mindful of security as often as possible. I know it's learned to think that software has to be shipped fast, but it's important to have processes in place to try to catch as many of these vulnerabilities. It's impossible to avoid bugs altogether, but it's best to try to avoid introducing bugs into applications. But the more that are caught, the harder it is for an attacker to find an easy vector of attack. The 0-day in Sugar. So there is a major vulnerability in the Sugar CRM that allows attackers to take full control of the victim's servers. A recent 0-day or previously unknown vulnerability has been discovered that has been exploited in the wild against Sugar CRM instances. The 0-day has reportedly affected 12% or roughly 354 of the over 3,000 Sugar CRM servers online. Sugar CRM did make a hotfix available early January and has applied it to its cloud-based offerings. It does encourage any admin running Sugar CRM on their own servers to patch as soon as possible. The vulnerability was posted in late December and included Google Dorks, or search queries used to find certain things by using Google's powerful web crawling. A hacker can use a Google Dork to find websites that are potentially vulnerable by searching information not generally available on the surface of the website. To give more info on the 0-day found, it was identified as an authentication bypass bug. An authentication bypass bug allows an attacker to send the server commands without needing to be authenticated or logged in. The attacker in this instance was able to manipulate a file on the server. The file manipulation allowed the attacker to obtain a cookie, which can then be changed to upload malicious image. The malicious image contained code that allowed an attacker to open a remote session on the server. Once they have a remote session on the server, they can do virtually anything they want to. Essentially means the hacker has completely taken over the server and could place other backdoors and launch their own apps at the expense of the server owner. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Exploit Brokers. I'll see you in the next one.